this is your biggest challenge of all. This is a tutorial on how to move your character. So by default, WASD are set up this. A and D turn your character, and W moves it forward, S moves it backwards. It's kind of hard to tell, but you actually move slower when you're going backwards. And so some people actually completely unbind their S key, but we'll get into that much later. Personally, I think this is a horrible way to move. I think a lot of people would agree. Just turning everywhere using AS is very inefficient. It's hard to, maneuver very well. You certainly can do it. Oh wow, awesome. Certainly can do it. People do it all the time. But this is the way I prefer doing it, and I think you'd prefer this too. So you go into key bindings, movement keys, and you want to switch turn left. Oh no, strategy. You want to switch straight left from Q and E to A and D. And this is what I do just to not get rid of these keys in case you need them for some reason. I just switch it to left and right arrow. You don't need to do that, and I'll show you why in a sec. So now WASD is like this. And so you might think, like, oh, how do I turn? You use the mouse. If you hold the right mouse button, you turn and move the mouse side to side, you turn your character. So if I hold W, hold the right mouse button, turn it, I'm moving my character. And just practice running around things, do a circle around here. So all I'm doing is holding W and the right mouse button. And I'm moving the right mouse button when I want to turn my character. This is, I think, a much better way to move. And even better than this is you don't even need the W key. If you hold both mouse buttons, your character starts moving. If you just hold left click, he doesn't move. If you hold left click and right click, then he starts moving. And then you just use the mouse to turn. So I use a combination of W, the right mouse button, and then clicking the left one. And I move my character like this all the time. And then, turn around, things like that. Using A and D, and I strafe, strafe, turn, move, do circles around things. So right now I'm holding W, D, and both mouse buttons. I actually don't even need to hold W, but that's just force of habit. It sounds confusing, but just get in there and try it. Just start off by just trying to move by holding both mouse buttons and turn your character. Then when you want to stop moving, just stop holding them. It makes it really easy for you when you want to run away, and a more like advanced trick is you can run, jump, and turn in the air really easy. See, I just jumped, turned, hit him, and then kept my forward momentum. The same thing with this guy. But you don't want to. That's an advanced tactic. But the reason that I'm telling you how to move now is so you can do stuff like that in the future. Or I'm telling you how to move like this now, so that way in the future, when you get good, you can start doing things like that. It's really useful in PvP. And that's pretty much it. So A and D, strafe side to side, both mouse buttons to move. And it's very useful, when you just want to relax and move. And also, side note, if you press number lock, that's the auto run. Pretty useful. And that's it for moving. Take some time. Don't let anyone discourage you on how to move. Do however you like. If you prefer using the original method of A and D to turn, then just do that, if that's what works for you. But I think this is horrible. And then the other thing about switching these Q and E off is now you can have Q and E, Shift Q, Shift E, Alt Q, Alt E. Oh shit. Now those are more moves that you can set, and are more action hotkeys that you can set to your action bars. So just play around with it, get comfortable, but eventually you'll become a master at moving.